Well, good morning, boys and girls, friends, enemies, whoever the heck. This will be update number 3 on my cancer journey, which seems to scare some people. Some people won't comment, some people won't watch. Your decision. It's not scary, it's just a process. My journey actually started 2 weeks before with catching bloody pneumonia, which I didn't realise. I actually thought it was a hangover from chemotherapy. I was done all my chemo, and there's really good news in that. Really good news, positive. So this is an upbeat video, but it's quite a saga. On the morning I was due to transfer from Broomfield in Chelmsford to Southend Hospital, I woke up and I was dead on my feet. So I phoned the local doctors. It's usually a 2-3 week bloody wait, but I happened to say, look, I've got chemotherapy, I've got to get to Southend today, any chance? No problem, she said. Good girl. First appointment. Got down there, literally zombie mode in. Saw a young lady nurse, I can't remember whether it was Shirley or Sandra, or anyway, something beginning with S. She happened to specialise in lung conditions. I was out there in 10 minutes, had a check over, out there in 10 minutes, big box of horse-sized antibiotics and steroids, and got home, took a dose. Not going to do anything for 3 days, antibiotics, I know that from, but the steroids might have just given me some energy. I asked Ian and Ava to come with me just in case, because I was feeling so far under the weather didn't exist. Got to Southend. Oh, what a place. The signage is unreadable, it's so small. Had no idea which block we wanted because there's like masses of blocks. So we ended up abandoning the car near where a porter said. It was nowhere near. Walked for a good 3/4 of an hour to find this oncology entrance. Oh, what a fiasco. The ladies and girls in there, there was qualified and trainees. A marvellous group, brilliant, good people, good, honest, salt-of-the-earth people. And they very good with me. I was struggling. And they lined me all up, and they've got to come in at an odd angle. It's a James Bond type laser beam. Cut your leg off if you upset them. Not really. And they said that it was in such a precarious position, they were going to make me a mask. Now, I thought one of those you see on the videos where they just clip one over you. No. You go into a separate room, another specialist, and he gets this big sheet of plastic, perforated, and he whacks it in the autoclave, which is a water boiler. And he gives it 5 minutes, and he takes that all dripping wet, steaming, whacks it on your face, pushes it down, pins it in six or whatever places, and then moulds it around you. It wasn't, just lay still for that. I've had crash helmets, gas masks, all bloody sorts on, so. Then they started packing ice packs round to cool it down very quickly. But once it got hard, it was like bloody concrete. Went back to the machine, lay on, they put this down, clipped it down. Man, I couldn't even swallow, it was so tight. And it pushed down so tight on my upper and bottom lip, I couldn't talk. I was like Bill and Ben, or the flower pot. They're asking me questions. Anyway, that's all sorted. One of the wonderful nurses there whacked me in a wheelchair to walk me all through the wards to the front entrance. and that was a godsend. Then he and I, it was dusk, and there was a bit of wind coming off the Thames estuary. And we're walking around this hospital. We walked past the builders area where they dumped the body parts, about 3 dead ends. An hour to find our car, or my car. What a joke. By the time I got home from the pneumonia, I was dead on my bloody feet. But here's the good news. The week before, about 4 or 5 days before, I've gone to see the specialist at Broomfield. Nice doctor, really nice doctor. And nurse, Lally, I think her name was. But my daughter from Jersey, Summer, and her boyfriend, Ollie, fiancé, lovely lad. He's a lovely lad, heart of gold. And they arrived from Heathrow Airport. They'd come over for 3 days. I thought they were arriving in the afternoon or something. They arrived with 15 minutes to spare. So we all trooped in. Poor old doctor watching us all coming in. Oh, I see. He went through it very nicely, very calmly, and he happened to show us the before and after scan on the computer. And Ollie, good thinking, asked and took a photograph of it. And I keep looking at it. I'm not going to put it on here because of woke. It's YouTube. If you say boo, they find it offensive. If anybody wants to see it, ask. I'll email it to you. It was like a Christmas tree, I called it, because a massive great tumour in my left lung. And I looked at the second screen. It wasn't a tree anymore. It wasn't my Christmas tree. It was a droopy branch. It had shrunk to just under 1/3 its original size from chemotherapy. Yes, I am so over the moon. As ill as I was, I am so over the bloody moon. I feel really miserable. It's about 6 paces to my bathroom, and I'm out of breath when I get there, and I'm out of breath when I get back. I'm struggling. The antibiotics should start kicking in about tomorrow, or tonight, tomorrow, I hope. I'm absolutely lifeless. Just making a cup of tea is exhausting. It was wonderful to see Summer and Ollie. Chloe, God bless her soul, was going to come down, but Chloe and Ollie had had a bad cold, and they were still full of it. But because I'd got pneumonia, nobody cared. We come, we're all on bloody tablets. And Chloe got a sniffle starting, and because she's self-employed and she has to be fit for her job, it really wasn't worth the risk of coming down. And it's quite a trek for her. Well, it's halfway down the bloody country. And I respect the fact that she didn't put herself at risk of anything, even just taking it back to the family, God's sake. Missed her, but, it's life, it's unavoidable. We'd actually got extra food in so she could have had lunch here, pescatarian stuff. But things don't always go to plan, do they? It was just an hilariously bad day, but good news. I'm just, so over the moon. Anyway, Summer and Ollie were here for 3 days, snored a lot, watched a lot of television. The television they watch is quite crap. I'm sorry, Ollie, but your viewing preferences are had to say that. Oh, it's just lovely to have them in the house. It felt like a family environment, flat, not house. It felt family, it felt warm, it felt comfortable. And I have long periods, as you know, living on my own. I used to be able to go up and see Chloe and been mobile for how long? Talking to the bike, I have been charging the battery regularly. That's in good condition. Started it a couple of times. She's all right. At the moment, I can't. She'll have to wait a week. I noticed it needs a new rear disc before I can take it from MOT to get back on the road. But that's for the summer. It isn't going to happen in the next two months, probably 3. But I'm optimistic, I'm hopeful, I'm upbeat, and I'm living my best life. And that's what you've got to do. Whatever comes across and hits you, take it on the chin. Now, this is the important part. If you think you got a problem, and I didn't, it was just the doctor saying, yeah, we'll go send you to see somebody. It was, if you remember 2.5 years ago, I had the bad accident, and they saw polyps on the bottom of my lungs, which are harmless. But they didn't know that, and they said, we're going to monitor those. And every 3 months, I used to go to Broomfield for a scan. The very last one, bang, there it was. It happened that quickly. And this was, so between that and the last one, so in 3 months, this thing had gone bang. Had I not had the accident, the cancer would never have been discovered. And I said, oh, I thought the wheeze was just asthma wheeze and whatever. And they give me the diagnosis. And I'm thinking, oh my God, lung cancer, no chance. And this Dr. Chu, she's looked at me and she said, oh, we can sort that for you. Oh yeah, what's this, palliative care or something? And true to her word, it was seamless, it was efficient, it was quick, within given timescales. I can't believe how quickly they got me in and onto chemo. And that's the secret, not what stage it is, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is irrelevant. The secret is when you think you've got a problem, whatever, bottom, lungs, livers, whatever, doesn't matter. If you've got a niggle, even just a niggle, for God's sake, for your own sake, go and see your doctor. I wouldn't have bothered if it hadn't been for that last scan. I'd have just kept on thinking, oh, bloody asthma's really playing up this year. And probably by now I'd have been keeling over, unretrievable. So please, if you get the slightest hint that there's something not right with your body, for God's sake, go and get it done. Whether it's uncomfortable to get the treatment or it's nothing, it doesn't matter. Getting the treatment, as miserable as chemo has been, as bloody horrendous as this Prisoner of Zelda face mask is going to be, I'll do it with cheer, I'll do it with a smile, because they're doing their best to keep me alive. And I'll do my best to do what they want me to do. They want me to dance around the bloody hospital wearing a tutu, I'll do it. And it's important that you must notice what your body is doing, especially at any age. Teenager, midlife, old age. If you've got a niggle in your body, go and get it bloody seen to. In the meantime, enjoy your life. Enjoy your family when you can, if you can, or all the time. Ride safe, drive safe. But above all else, have fun. Because one day you won't be here. Bye.